So if you get in here, okay, and we're talking about ball position and everything, if you see that much curvature on the golf ball, that means the face is really close to the path. Make sense? Golf ball is going to generally start where the face is pointed and then curve based on that. That ball snapped 30 yards, close to it, but it started right. So that's telling us the ball position's right. Now here's the problem. If you have that kind of curvature on it, and now we move the ball forward, it's going to go farther left. It's going to have the same curvature, but it's going to start here and go more. So when you're doing that, you don't want to change ball position, right? When I look at your swing, okay, you have a shorter backswing, but then you shallow it really hard. Now, kind of like a Jim Furyk move, okay? The problem we run into is, no, there's nothing ugly about the swing. There's a lot of good elements to it, okay? So when you shallow that hard with a lot of turn, you don't have the ability to get the club head out. I talked to you a little bit about how you were always taught to swing out to the right, correct? That was always drilled in your head. The problem is when you do that, for most players, that's going to get the club path way too far out that direction. If you look at players on tour hitting a draw, their hands are actually moving up and left, and they're still hitting a draw, okay? So we're not trying to throw everything out that direction. Well, I'm going to try and get rid of that. Now, I think it's actually a pretty easy fix for you. Now,
I can't get that left. When you see it,
you can't because your chest is still back here while you're throwing. We're going to train your chest how to move, okay? My goal is going to be to get you here and then rotating the chest more around the corner. Make sense? So you have to get in a position first where the club gets out in front of you. Then the next part of the process is going to be to slow the amount of release of that face. Keep it from being as closed through impact as it currently is. When I look at players, I'm a big believer in, 2-3 yards of draw being a draw, 2-3 yards of fade being a fade, okay? Not 30 yards worth of movement. I know there's coaches who have players that start the ball up the tree line on the right and then draw it all the way back to the left edge of the green. I think when you have that much curvature, and if you're playing in a place like I live in Vegas, you can get away with that curvature because there's not trees framing everything. But if you play a tight golf course and you have 30, 40 yards of curvature, yeah, anything where you guys live, right? There's trees. You go out in the Pacific Northwest, there's big trees. You can't function, and it takes, if you play the hook, that takes the right-hand side of the green out of play. You can never fire at a pin on the right-hand side because you have to curve it so much. So trying to minimize the amount of curvature will be the long-term goal with this. Okay, so here's what our feel is going to be. I want you to feel like you're trying to take a club over the top, right? I want you to get in here. As you're laying it down, I want you to feel that your left shoulder is digging down towards the ground slightly, okay? When it's going this direction, that starts opening me, right? And then if you keep if you get that first movement, and then you pair it with the other things that you do naturally, that should get the club more in front and allow you to work around the corner and go left. Well, if you don't, if something else pops up, that's okay. But it's a pretty simple first feel for you. Just up, let it shallow like it naturally does, but keep that left shoulder down, which will get the club more in front. Grip is always a relationship on what the hands and the wrists are doing, and that matches up well with what you do, okay? So, take it up top, okay? Now, when we start this transition down, I want you to feel that this shoulder is going to move down and then work everything around to get the club. See how we naturally just swung left there? You don't have to feel you're going to throw your arms left, okay?
You don't have to.
Let your body take it left. So go up there again. First feel is lead shoulder down.
So what pushes this shoulder down? How do I do that?
Crunch it down.
Like this?
Yes. Yes, you crunch it down.
Like that?
Oh, no, down and around. It needs to be opening and going down. So go back up. This direction. See how we're opening too? So everything's moving open and the shoulder's going down to get that club out. Your whole hip's going to move out. Everything's going to feel like it's going behind you. Make sense? See how that's pulling the club out in front of you?
Yeah.
That's the feel you're trying to create right there. And then from there, you can just keep that rotating and get your pressure forward, and you get that release pattern you want. I'm watching you. Try it. Look at that. Nice little baby draw.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed that video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday. Thanks a lot, you guys.